Hi, I'm Alan. We're here at the 19th Annual Sedona International Film Festival, and beside me is John Schaffer. He's local. Vectors of Autism. That's the movie.
That is the movie.
So, I was going to say welcome to Sedona, but you're really a local boy.
I'm a local boy, but I live on top of the mountain. So I'm a Flagstaff local, so not a Sedona local.
But you're very familiar with it.
Oh, I love Sedona. I'm very familiar with Sedona. Come down to Sedona a lot. A lot of our movie was filmed in Sedona, down at our producer's house. Even some footage shot at Red Rock Crossing. So
That's a nice place.
It is a very nice place.
So why don't you tell me a little bit more about your film? I mean, it does have the word autism, but just so we can finalize, everyone knows exactly what part that you're covering.
Well, autism is a very complex disorder, and there's no real typical autistic person. And our movie is dealing with a woman named Laura, who is on the high functioning side of autism, what is commonly referred to as Asperger's syndrome, although that is being challenged right now in some of the professional fields. But
in which way?
They're actually dropping that label in the way that they characterize and classify autism. Right now, autism is a spectrum disorder, and there's people that have very, very strong needs, nonverbal, have a lot of issues with just basic living needs. And then people on the higher end, which has been called Asperger's, are people that more often, they're very verbal, more often than not, their skills or their needs are in the social realm. They don't make connections with other humans very well. They're socially awkward. And so the Professional Psychiatric Association has decided to drop that and kind of put it all together as one classification of autism.
So it's like saying someone's handicapped, whether they have a broken leg, something wrong psychologically, they're generalizing.
They're generalizing it, but they're also being more specific with it as well. Some people who are classified as Asperger's right now will probably lose that classification of autism because under the previous definition they might have fit right on the margins there, and they're trying to clean up that margin a little bit.
And how does that make you feel?
For me personally, I don't think it's a good idea, because I think that the needs of someone on the high end of the spectrum compared to the low end are much different. And I've worked as a direct care staff in a group home facility for a long time, and I've worked with people who have a lot more needs than the subject of our movie, Laura, has. And I think that it's important to be able to recognize that Laura does not represent autism, and this isn't taking anything away from her needs, because she has some very, very important needs and needs help in a lot of ways, but they're much less extreme than people on the lower end of the spectrum.
But still their needs.
But they're still needs,
and
right?
that's maybe your objection is it's going to be generalized, and there's certain things that may not qualify under that generalization.
Right. And then I also think that it might cause someone to, right now people with Asperger's, it's becoming they really like that identity. And Laura has latched onto that identity that she's a woman with autism. She says, I'm autistic, that's what defines me. And for her and her self-discovery on knowing that she's autistic was a very important moment in her life, because it gave her a sense of her identity, and also gave her a reason why she did the strange things that she did.
Justification.
And
validity.
Right, validity. And knowing that these are things that are about her, that it's not just she's a bad person, or it's not that she didn't try hard enough, or it's not that she had all these other environmental things that caused her, or internal things that caused her to do those things that she did, but she actually has a condition, has autism. So a lot of people with the high functioning autism, the Asperger's, have really come together, and there's a lot of websites, there's a lot of Twitter interactions, and we deal with that in our movie. Actually, Laura, and Twitter she really likes it. It really gives her a sense of being and belonging. So having that Asperger's label for a lot of people, and I don't have Asperger's, so I can't talk about them in particular, but that they do latch onto that label as a social identity.
Yes. Well, especially if they're trying to identify with why they're different from other people, it almost, well, not almost, it does say, okay, so now I understand that this is the reason. So it gives them a peace of mind.
Mm-hmm. A peace of mind. And then, yes, and a connection there.
That's good. So where can they see the trailer?
You can see the trailer at our website.
And where would they find the website?
Well, you can go Google our movie, Vectors of Autism.
Which is right here.
And from there you can see our trailer. You can also see about our movie, about me and our filmmakers and the rest of us who made the movie, and other kinds of information, the synopsis of the film.
Anything that you need more, just look at it for yourself. This is John Schaffer, Vectors of Autism. I want to thank you very much. Take care. Say bye.
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 My name is Laura Nagel. I'm an autistic adult. I've been autistic now for 57 years. A person might think I'd be good at it by now, but I'm not.
If I'd known better, I would have done better. If I'd known.
What I'm good at would be like doing the architecture. Now, I'm good at reading. I can read and comprehend about 200 pages an hour. I'm real good at understanding things like aerodynamics, but I'm not good at life. Between the principled and the pragmatic, I'm going with the principled every time. And that's, I guess I'm a hard ass-bee. I think ultimately, if we're going to make it in the world, we need autistic culture. We need to figure out our own emotions, because I'm pretty sure we have some that don't have names. We need to figure out our own approach to life. I think we find this out only among ourselves. And until we get to learn ourselves, how can we accomplish the goal of getting anyone else to understand us, accept us, and even appreciate us? And I think getting to appreciation is where we have to go.